Hello again, everyone. Okay, I got another story off GoFundMe donation. So here we go. Hi, Ollie. I've been a longtime subscriber of yours and appreciate you sharing your stories. They are very validating. I have a question. My mother is a narcissist, no question about that. Anyway, as a child, she pretty much offered my sister and I up as sacrifices to her child molester father. And that happens quite often, unfortunately. She knew what he was doing and did not care. She has even made damn sure that she thinks very highly of him over me to this day. She has even said to me, "Oh, he just really loved children," and has tried to rationalize that his attraction towards me was because of very unattractive women he had been in relationships with, as if to say, well, those women were ugly, so are you. That's why he molested me. What a wonderful woman. What a wonderful, wonderful woman. Unfortunately, it's not all that uncommon with narcissistic perverts. They will always blame the child. You know, my wife was raped repeatedly and molested repeatedly by her own family, offered up as sacrifices, and always made to be felt like it was her fault. So I understand what you're talking about here. He molested my sister, raging narc also, who she believes is the most glorious and beautiful clone. Well, there's always going to be a golden child, even if they're getting molested too. She also uses the fact that I was molested as a child to discredit me and tell other family members I am mentally ill because of the molestation as a child. Isn't that wonderful when they do that to you? Isn't that the best? When they actually acknowledge, yeah, you went through this, but because you went through it, now you're fucked up and not to be believed. I mean, the depths and the depravity of the narcissistic pervert knows no bounds. It really doesn't. They can turn any situation against you, which is why as adults, we are so screwed up in the head and we're afraid to talk about anything because anything that we talk about that would happen can be turned around and be used against us. The fact that she offers you up to this fucking savage pervert, okay, and then uses that abuse as a reason to fucking discredit you in the future is absolutely disgusting. Is absolutely disgusting, and I hope your mother burns in hell. And I really mean that, because that's where she fits. There's a fucking hell. If your mother ain't going to hell, there ain't hell don't exist, because, I mean, who's hell made for? She does not do this. She does not do this to my sister, and as far as I know, nobody in our extended family knows that it happened to my sister too. So the fact that your extended family knows that it happens to you and they fucking carry on a relationship with them should tell you everything you need to know about your extended family. Whether it happened to your sister or not, and they know about it or not, is besides the fucking point. They know it happened to you, and they've done nothing about it. Fuck them too. Fuck them too. God, it's so easy for them to get a pass from us because they've been able to so effectively abuse us and make us believe we can't be, we won't be believed, and somehow it's our fault. It is unbelievable, the depravity of these people, which is why I say no contact. And anybody who knowingly carries on a relationship with these fucking savages, you need to keep out of your life too, because they've never done a goddamn thing for you but to contribute to your abuse. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off aggressive, and it's not towards you, it's towards your situation, because if your parents were in front of me right now, I'd friggin' rip their goddamn throats out. My sister and brother, narc also, are two of the most abusive, loser, lying criminals I have ever known. They have felony criminal records. They are both parasitic con artists and manipulators, and have been very abusive and exploitive to my mother. Well, of course they are, because they've been abused and they've been around the narcissism, but yet they've been put on a fucking pedestal. So they still think they're better than you because you've been black sheeped your entire life, okay? And they've never been held to account for their own shitty behavior, even though they're not responsible for being the way they are. I mean, they're responsible for their behavior now as adults, okay? But how they got that way lies directly at the feet of your entire narcissistic, abusive, enabling family. So how they got that way is evident, okay? They think that way because they weren't friggin' held down and beaten over the head. They were still somehow, even though they were abused and molested, they were still put on a pedestal that they think there's something better. And again, remember, the narcissist always wants to look down their nose at somebody. So as long as you're at the bottom rung, your brother and sister are always going to have you to look down their nose at. Besides the fact that they're in prison, they're con artists, they're in jail. Of course they're con artists. Your mother's a con artist. Your father's a con artist. Where did they pick it up from? Nobody stopped the damn abuse, and it's too goddamn late for you. And again, I'll say this again. One of my buddy from the chat, from my chat room, same exact, not the molestation, but a brother who's been in prison, heroin, hardcore drugs. He's the golden child, okay? And my buddy who was in the Navy, a computer expert, has done all these things, is legitimately sick, okay? Lost his wife at a young age, raised his son from 5 years of age when his son lost his mom, okay? His family don't help him for shit. Don't help him for anything, because the narcissistic family, in order to survive, needs a bottom of the rung. And unfortunately for you, you are the bottom of the rung. And I hope you've cut these people, because I haven't gotten through your whole thing yet, because I like to read these as I get them, so you're getting my natural reaction to it. I hope you've cut them all out, and if you haven't, you need to do so immediately, because you need to cut out that bottom rung, because what's going to happen is they're going to need a new bottom, and that'll either turn into your brother and sister, and that's when your brother and sister will approach you, okay, as I can't believe all this happened, and that's when they're going to try to drag you back in. Don't fall for it, but you might have already cut them out, so let's find out. Me, on the other hand, have no criminal records. College degree, married to a great guy. She runs me down like a dog to my extended family. Gaslighting, of course, because they're building their flying monkey army, which it doesn't seem like she needs to run you down very much if they know your father fucking abused you. Oh my God. She tells them I'm a liar, addicted to drugs, crazy, etc. They do that to all of us, whether it's molestation or not. You've heard from my GoFundMe, from my mother, yeah, you're crazy. Because once you're crazy, you're not to be believed. I mean, that's Narcissism 101. My siblings back her up too. Of course they do, because they don't want the focus to be on them. Again, you are the bottom rung of narcissism. You are there for them to look down their nose at. As long as you're there to be their fucking kicking ball, nothing's going to change. I could write a series of books on these people that would put any guest on the Jerry Springer show to shame. Why do they do this? I just told you why they do it. Because they need you to be the bottom rung. Because without you, then there's a new bottom. And then they're the crazy ones. They're the drug addicts. They're the criminals. And the whole abuse campaign and the smear campaign is then on them. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Your insights would be much appreciated. Thanks, Ollie. I hope you reach your goal soon and can develop a strong relationship with your daughter. Well, I kind of gave my insights throughout your message. Thank you for it. Takes a lot of nerve to put that out there to me, knowing I'm going to make a video about it, but I'm so glad you did, because this is something that those who have been abused by the perverted narcissist have to deal with. The reason why they all do it is because they need you to be the bottom rung of narcissism. Don't do it. Cut them all out. You owe them nothing. They should all be in fucking prison already. They should all be in prison. The only justice for them now is for them to put a fucking gun to their head and blow their goddamn brains out. Seriously, that is the only justice for them. Their justice is when they die. They're gonna burn in hell. And you should feel no guilt, no shame, no anything. Cut them all out. And when you do, your piece of shit brother and sister will become the bottom rung of narcissism. And then watch their tune change towards you as they try to reel you back in, just like Precious, my little golden child brother, tried to do to me, to reestablish the bottom rung. Don't do it. Cut them all off. Don't give them any explanation of why. They know why. They know why. Just drop off the face of the earth, change your numbers, do what you gotta do, cut them out of your life. Thank you for your donation. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you more, though, for your story, because I would have read this one if I found it in my notes, in my messages anyway, because this is really an important one. Stop being the bottom rung of narcissism, because that's what you are. That's what you've been. Cut the ladder out. Again, the link to my GoFundMe is in the description box. Please, please donate if you can. $5, even a $5 donation helps. Everything helps. I mean, everybody's been so gracious and so helpful. I appreciate it more than you know. And, you know, there's really good coming out of this, because it's forced me to go through and reread a lot of this stuff, a lot of stuff I didn't see. And from what I'm seeing is reading your stories on my channel is really helping so many more people than me just trying to go through my own life or my wife's life here and there. This is I think really helped the channel and helped a lot of people. So thank you. Please click the link. Also in the link is my Facebook, so you can also friend request me on Facebook. I don't respond much on there, but you know, you can follow along. My videos are usually there. So thank you again. Thank you everybody who's watched. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll see you all again very shortly. Take care, everybody. Bye.